From the land of the rising sun comes the fiercest fighters, the hardest hits, and the brightest lights in pro wrestling. Joshi isn't just wrestling, it's heart, passion, and rebellion packed into every single match. So lace up your boots, crank up the volume, and get ready to dive into the world where idols become icons and legends are born in the ring. This is where passion meets punk and wrestling meets pure chaos. Welcome to the Cult of Joshi with your host, Raja and John.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Cult of Joshi. I'm your host, Raja, and I'm joined by my co-host, John.
Hello.
And we are here to give you some updates and some fun little tidbits about all the things we watched this week, because there was quite a few things that were going on that we were excited about.
My God, there was so much. So much. It just, not as much as we're going to have.
Yeah, I know.
But there were some quality things that we couldn't just let go.
This upcoming week is just chock full of shows. Like, it's a little ridiculous. We're going to have to find some way to, like, jump in here in between the craziness and talk about things. But right now we have a nice little slate of things that we want to go through, and we hope you're excited because it's all really cool stuff.
Very cool.
And we're going to start off with something that we actually saw just last night. AEW Full Gear went off, a great pay-per-view.
Oh.
Absolutely so much fun. Like, it just felt like kind of like a breath of fresh air. I don't know how to explain it. It was like just really exciting and enjoyable, and a lot of things were like different matches that we don't usually get on pay-per-views. I felt like it just felt really exciting.
It really did. And I think one of the cool things was, our picks, your picks, were really good.
The group picks.
I think that out of the main roster, or the main card, it was like 8 of them were correct, and
yeah,
some of those were huge upsets, including the world title change, and it was all, we'll have to say, Cult of Joshi might be where you want to listen, because we had most of them correct.
Yes, we did. We had a at-length discussion about each match and decided on who we thought made the most sense for the win, as well as like booking wise and everything. We get way too into it, okay?
Well, a lot of title changes, a lot of new starts, fresh starts, babyface turns, heel turns.
Yeah.
That made sense. That goes back, and I love that stuff. You love that stuff. When you can go back weeks and weeks and weeks and see Hook tapping out quickly and them asking him questions like, "You tapped that awful quickly. Hey, man."
I'm just saving myself for next time.
Yeah.
Were you?
It was really good stuff. I mean, and the women's stuff is, as we're here for and you're getting ready to get into, was next level.
It was. Okay, so on this show, on this pay-per-view, we had a 4-way tag team match between the 4 teams who are the semifinalists in the AEW World Tag Team Championship Tournament. And this will crown the first ever AEW Women's Tag Team Champions, and we have been covering this tournament since it began, but we are down to the final 4, and the reason they were having this match was because the winner would get to choose a stipulation for the semifinal match coming up. So that was a little fun, like, addition, and everyone had their ideas of things that they wanted to use as stipulations if they won. I thought this match was really awesome. It's always fun to see so many amazing women in the ring at one time. Harley Cameron, like, really impressed me in this one. Like, I know she's already been doing good, but you can just tell that she's been working her ass off. Like, she's gotten so good in the ring. But I really love that they played on the blood and guts ending, and there were moments in there where they tried to like recreate that with Mina Shirakawa and Toni Storm, but Mina and Toni fought back, and Toni was taking it out of Marina Shafir. She was so mad. So there was a lot of nice tie-ins to the stories that we already have going on in this match. And it was the Timeless Love Bombs, Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa, who ended up with the win in this match, so they will be able to pick a stipulation in their match against Marina and Megan.
Yeah, really interesting. And I mean, and you would imagine that a stipulation would be the only way they could really beat that team in a straight up fight, because you got a giant and a killer.
Yes,
and,
big scary team.
Oh yeah, big scary team. So the stipulation does make sense. Normally, I would think that the heel would get the stipulation.
Yeah.
And then you overcome. But at the same time, it does give a reason for you to have something that's just with these two?
They haven't given their stipulation yet, of course. They'll probably wait until like Dynamite or something to say it live to everyone.
Tony was throwing out the funny stuff like top 8 death match and the chicken wire cage.
Apartment wrestling.
Apartment wrestling, my favorite, because that was the horror of my childhood, was having my wrestling magazines. And I was just an innocent little kid. I thought that any wrestling was wrestling.
Yeah.
So I would buy tapes all the time out of the back of wrestling magazines.
Right.
You know, and that's how I got my first Japanese tapes. That's how I got all this stuff. And some amazing tapes that way. But I also got some I got ripped off many times, like my Mid-South tapes. I have these tapes that I still own somewhere that I swear to you, they were $70 a tape.
Right.
And you would get one match.
Oh, no.
And it would be a house show match from Mid-South. So I have like Jake the Snake versus Lord Humongous in a cage, one camera shoot, no commentary. And I think honestly that some of this might be Houston footage.
Right.
I'd have to go back and find it now, but I have... They had like lists, and it looked so glorious to me. There was like 100 different things. It was like Jake the Snake versus Humongous, and you know, like the Rock and Roll Express and all these things. And I ordered one Christmas. I ordered so many of those, and they were all terrible quality.
Oh.
They had one match on each thing.
That's so sad.
But I say that because I also seen this apartment wrestling, and even as a kid, for the purest reasons, I was always into the women's wrestling.
Right.
Velvet McIntyre, Leilani Kai.
Yes.
You know, I was always into it. And, you know, even some of the Japanese contingent that would come over.
Right, like the Jumping Bomb Angels.
Jumping Bomb Angels blew my mind. I got to see them live. And, you know, as a little kid, it blew my mind. They were so much, I don't want to say better.
Right.
But they just wrestled in a different style.
Yes.
And I remember getting the apartment wrestling all ready to go. And it was actually a friend of mine, another little friend of mine that smartened me up. And was just like, John, I don't think that's what you think it is.
That's not actual wrestling.
Yeah, that's not actual professionals that are all of a sudden having an apartment match.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, oh, okay. All right. Well, they seem to be enjoying themselves.
I think Toni Storm would enjoy herself in an apartment wrestling match.
It's just such a thing from the past. It's funny that she brings that up because some people would be like apartment wrestling, but it literally litters the magazines from the 70s, the 80s, even some of the early 90s, and then it kind of better sense took over.
Right. They kind of like put the kibosh on that.
Yeah. So funny.
Yes, but this 4-way match was everything that I wanted it to be. It was exciting. It was action-packed. We had 8 of the best women in the business right now out there doing their thing, and it was a lot of fun. Definitely deserving of being on the pay-per-view. And the other women's match, of course, for the AEW Women's World Championship, Chris Statlander defending against Mercedes Moné. And there has been this story that they've been telling leading up to this match that has just been so beautiful about Mercedes Moné getting all of these title belts, but her focus being completely scattered to the winds, right? It's like, you have all these belts that you're focused on, but I'm only focused on this one belt, and because of that, you'll never be able to take it away from me, is how Chris Statlander kind of puts it. So in this match, they told a story unto itself about Chris Statlander getting injured early on. She hurt her arm, and Mercedes Moné taking complete control of that and making it the whole thing. She was just going to take Chris Statlander out because she was using one arm like the entire match to go against Mercedes Moné, but in the end, it didn't matter because Chris Statlander is the women's world champion and she is solely focused on that title belt, and she defeated Mercedes Moné to retain the AEW Women's World Champion.
Yeah, I love the story, and you know, because again, negativity out there, it's kind of hard to let stories flourish the way they need to.
Right, give them time.
Right, but the story is amazing because it's almost like when somebody who might be promiscuous, okay, puts way too many people in their lives.
Right.
Okay, I'll just say it that way. And no matter what they do, they're trying to fill a void.
Yes, there's something in there.
There's something there. They're trying to fill the void. And you could have 14 belts, 13 belts, or 133 belts, but it's not going to be that world title.
Right. It's never going to be the one that got away.
the only two losses in AEW, in singles matches have been for world heavyweight title matches and or world women's championship matches. You can't say heavyweight, right? But it's awesome. It's just awesome because she can win everything in the world.
Yeah.
But she can't win the big one.
She can't. She I feel like she feels that she needs it to be the crowning glory on her. No matter how many titles she gets, she's not going to feel complete unless she gets that women's world title.
She's coping, man. It's like she has 13 cope titles.
Yes. And can we talk about her doing 14 suplexes in a row in this match? Like, oh my God, the muscle that would take.
I think it cursed her. I think
it would tuckered her out.
She should have done the 13
that
she actually had.
Right, and stopped after that.
Yeah.
Like, you can't put the cart before the horse, right?
See, I was thinking, I kudos to you. I was thinking in Excalibur, I was thinking, oh, she's going to do 10. And you were like, I bet she's going to do one for every belt she has. And that's what Excalibur said as well after you said it. And then she actually did 14.
I would have liked what you suggested as it was happening. You're like, I bet when she gets to 14, Chris reverses it. Because that's her title belt. Like, that would have been so cool.
Right. That's what I said that in real time. It'd be so cool. You do 13 of them. She goes for the... Chris, no, bitch, and kicks her right in the gut.
Yeah.
And does the 14th one, but does like a hoovy driver or something. Right, right.
Yeah, but it was really cool. These two are always magic together in the ring. They just work so well together. There was even a callback where Mercedes almost got counted out. Chris was like, my arms hurt. I'm just going to take the count out. She rolls in at the last second, and you get that face on Chris just like we had with Mercedes when Chris came in the last match at the last second. So it's just, these two have just been doing beautiful work together since Mercedes showed up.
Chris has gotten so smooth. And, it's one of those things that happens through repetition and just, owning your craft and having the confidence, I think.
Yeah.
But I believe that her confidence is at an all-time high. And she's just so smooth in that ring. And so these matches that they were already good.
Yeah.
But now the two of them, the
trilogy is just, I want to go back and watch the trilogy between them.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's great stuff, man. But, I remember the first one was good. It really was. But you could feel some of the thanking happening.
Right.
And this is not like that. This was just so smooth.
It gets better and better.
Yeah.
Chris's entrance as well. Just off the charts crazy. There were a couple of really cool entrances.
They did.
On this one.
They did so good with the entrances, and it's something that's kind of a lost art.
Yeah.
And, AEW's never really got into it. They've had one here and there.
Yeah, like one big special one maybe on a pay-per-view, but there were a couple on this one that I thought were really, really cool. I mean, Hangman coming out to the Red Dead Redemption 2 music, the final, I believe it was like the final music of the final mission of the game. So it's like he's like coming out there.
It's very cowboy.
It was. I was like, that's like the most cowboy music I think I've ever heard in my life.
And Swerve with, with that house burning, and it looked amazing. It looked like you were like at a Vegas show or something.
Yeah, that stage really helped. Like the graphics and everything that they threw up, it was just so cool. The ambiance was awesome. The pay-per-view in general was amazing. Everything felt really cool. The only thing I kind of didn't like was that there were two big blood matches in a row, and then a crazy 6-man match, and then Mercedes and Chris. The crowd was tired, dude.
Yeah, I mean, where do you put them though?
I know they have to be semi-main, right? Because it's that women's world championship.
It's kind of like where do you put them? They did the two. The no DQ and the whatever.
The no holds barred.
No holds barred, but they did those different styles.
They did, which I loved. It was really cool.
One was all about gimmicks. One was all just about sticking your thumb in your eye.
Yes.
So
it was awesome. I loved every match. I didn't get bored a single second. No. There was not a slow moment. The pace was amazing. I was just full of it. It was great. I loved it.
No, it really was. It was an amazing pay-per-view.
Went
Honestly,
by so fast.
They never cease to amaze me with how good their stuff is.
I know. It's been so good, especially recently.
Yeah, it's definitely on a high right now.
Yeah, I agree. But let's move over to Japan and talk about some things that we watched over the past week. Starting on November 16th, we had Chihiro Hashimoto's 10th anniversary show, Kaibutsu, a decade. And this is obviously a woman that many people want to celebrate. She's one of the best running right now in Joshi. She's amazing. So we've got this card here that we were so excited about. We just ranted and raved about it on the last show, how excited we were for this card. It kicked off with a tag team match, Yura Suzuki and Yuna taking on Soy and Chi-Chi, and it's always fun to see Chi-Chi and Yuna go at it. They're such a cool dynamic between them.
Absolutely.
But Yura Suzuki and Yuna picked up the win in this opening match. Then we had the Jojima tournament final, Senka Akatsuki versus Spike Nishimura, where they came up through the tournament in order to face each other in the final. This was a really cool match. Like, they really laid it into each other, I thought. They were both very determined to win here.
Senka did I loved it, and that frog splash was special.
The frog splash finish was so cool. And of course, Senka Akatsuki is the winner of the 2025 Jojima tournament, which means she will get an opportunity at the Sendai Girls Junior Championship, which Yuna currently holds. So we will be seeing that coming up very soon. In the next match, we had... Oh my goodness. Okay. We had Aja Kong versus Yu versus Shin Katsushika Sakura Hirota. And this was billed as just Hirota Sakura, on the graphic and everything, but she comes out in the best Chihiro Hashimoto cosplay that I don't think I'll ever see in my life. It was so great. And Aja Kong and Yu spent most of the match, talking about how that's not the real Chihiro, and Yu was, treating her like the real Chihiro, and Shin Sakura Hirota's like, she asked me to do it. I don't know what you want from me. It's just so funny. Aja going on a rant about politicians, just the whole thing was such a vibe. It was so funny.
It was, and I mean, we know what we're going to get with these people. I love, again, I've said it before, I love seeing Aja out there doing her thing.
Yeah.
And I love, that our spirit animal.
Sakura Hirota is our spirit animal.
Absolutely. It was just a fun match.
It was. Aja Kong ended up getting the win in kind of a funny way. She was on top of Hirota Sakura, and then Yu jumped on top of Aja and helped her pin Hirota Sakura, but they gave Aja Kong the win for this match.
Which makes sense.
Yes. In the next match, Aya Sakura and Natsupoi took on Mio Momono and Yurika Oka, and this was just as crazy as we thought it was going to be. Just high-speed action, crazy moves, non-stop. It was fantastic. Aya Sakura and Natsupoi came away with the win over Bob Momo Banana, which is pretty cool because that's a well-established tag team, right?
Yeah, it felt kind of like an upset to me. If it had been Soriano and Natsupoi,
right,
not so much. Having Aya Sakura in it, I was a little bit surprised because such an established tag team in this particular place.
Yeah, for sure. But Natsupoi using the fairy ring on Yurika Oka to get the pin in that one. Next, we had Dash Chisako versus Maria in a singles match. Very hard-hitting, as you would imagine. Dash Chisako came away with the win using the hormone splash.
Yeah, this one never got to the level that I know it could. It was a good match, but maybe they just were trying to save something, have some plans with them later on or something.
Yeah.
I could see these two really getting crazy, and that's
me too.
It kind of stayed within the realm of pro wrestling.
Yes, they definitely kept it normal match
level. Completely fine.
We're just used to a certain Dash Chisako match, right?
Yeah,
but it was still cool.
Exactly.
In the semi-main event, we had a tag team match, Vinny and Takumi Iroha teaming up against Miyuki Takase and Mika Iwata. And my goodness, these four just beat the crap out of each other the entire match. It was really fun. It was really energetic. Vinny and Takumi actually got the win over Red Energy. Vinny used a moonsault on Mika Iwata to get the pin, so that was kind of surprising to me.
It was.
But Vinny and Takumi are obviously both very difficult outs in the wrestling world, so putting them together is pretty scary.
Yeah, it was a great match, though. I mean, and we expected it to be just that.
Yes. And in the main event, for the Sendai Girls World title, we had Chihiro Hashimoto versus Sarii. And I cannot explain in words how good this match was. You really, if you've not seen it, it's a go out of your way to see it match. It was rough. It was hard-hitting. The amount of momentum and speed Chihiro Hashimoto can pick up in such a short distance, boggles my mind. She did it multiple times in this match, and It's scary, okay? I think she might actually be a kaiju, like, for reals. But Sari came into this, she really, really wants to beat Chihiro Hashimoto. That's like the one to beat for her. So they're in there, they're going crazy. Chihiro Hashimoto's kicking out at one, like, after Uranage's, and they're throwing their finishers at each other left and right. They're just kicking out constantly. But it was finally, in the end, an Albright for the pin. Chihiro Hashimoto wins and retains the title, and it was breathtaking, this match.
It was amazing, and it was went to show what a great worker Sari is. It also went to show how strong Big Hash is.
Oh my god.
There was moments in there, and there's gifts out there now, I'm sure you can find them pretty easily, of just how she can throw Sari around like a sack of taters. And just some of the readjustments and whatnot she did before, like powerbomb and stuff. It's just unreal.
It is.
And
she is so good.
it's a great match, and we're gonna have to come back to it. I mean, Sari's going to have to overcome that
eventually, you would think.
But it was incredible, and just the celebration is well deserved. I feel like we're just now into the best part of her career.
Yeah, for real.
So, and both of them actually. So I don't know. We're blessed with some great talent right now.
Yeah, it's rare that you get to see two people at the absolute peak of their sport like go against each other like this, and it was beautiful. And maybe come March, when we have the next Sariism, which is Sari's anniversary, maybe we'll do a little running back or something.
Yeah, I think that'd be a great idea. I mean, listen, man, Sendai Girls is popping off right now.
Yeah, they've got so many shows coming up. Like, they're just running with it. It is great. I love it. I love more Sendai Girls.
Me too.
The next show that we watched on the 17th of November was the Marigold show in Korakuen Hall, and we were also very excited about this show thanks to their glorious press conference, and we love these girls. They're so good. So we started off this night with a tag team match. Hummingbird and Yuka Yamazaki took on Shioko Kushino and Komomo Minami. Shioko and Komomo came out on top in this one. Shioko got the pin over Hummingbird to win the match.
Good stuff.
But that's not the last we'll see of Hummingbird tonight. The next match was also a tag team match. Minami Yuki and Nagisa Tachibana teaming up against Chanyota and Arina Yamanaka. I really thought that Nagisa and Minami were gonna win this match. Like, I thought we were like establishing something here, and I put it on X, but I really can see the potential and popularity for Minami Yuki and Nagisa Tachibana as a tag team. Like, it just feels like there's so much there to be tapped into.
No, you're right. I mean, they've got something. They definitely do, and they connect with the fans really well. And, perennial baby faces.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
They're idols. Get them singing and, like, see what happens, I think.
Right.
Like, let's just try the old school way, maybe, and see what happens. Chanyota jackhammering Minami Yuki to win that match. I mean, Chanyota and Arina Yamanaka they're muscly people, so it's not an easy win.
And Chanyota's put in so much work, man. I mean, completely redefined who she is as a wrestler.
She has, and they've been working hard as a tag team, so props to them.
Yes.
In the next match, we had Kazuna Tanaka and Megaton versus Rhea Sato and Nagisa Nozaki. Always a delight to see a Megaton match, obviously. But we've got Darkness Revolution in here just being mean to her.
Yeah.
Like, they were bullying Megaton in this match. And eventually they did get the win. Rhea Sato actually getting the win over Megaton after a knee driver. So good for Rhea.
Good stuff.
Nice win there. In the next match, Naoya Ishikawa took on Mai Sakurai. And this is very much a continuation of Grand Destiny. We got to see more of that kind of aggressive heel side from Mai Sakurai. I think she very much, I don't know, maybe she feels slighted. Maybe she feels like she's not getting the due she deserves as a lady. But she has just been super aggressive and violent lately.
She has, yeah.
I don't hate it.
No, I don't hate it either. And I like this match. Was excited going into it. Wasn't sure what was going to happen, but it was a great match.
It was well worked. Mai Sakurai taking the win with the STF. Next, in the semi-main, we had... Not the semi-main, sorry. There are 2 matches after this one. But for the Superfly title, Coco versus Mayu Iwatani. And the reason that this match didn't end up being the main event like they had originally slated it to be is because Coco is 15 years old. And in Japan, she's not legally allowed to wrestle after 8 p.m. So they had to push this one up a little bit on the card, which I don't think they minded, but it was kind of crazy. It was a high-flying match, as you would imagine. So very, very energetic, very... Like, they just left it all in the ring. Mayu, like this, she let that girl go crazy in there. It was crazy.
Yeah, Coco is going to be next level.
Yeah. Second generation talent, already as good as she is at 15. She's
going to be unreal, man.
She's going to run with it. She didn't win this match, Mayu Iwatani taking the win after Snapdragon Suplex, but she had a great showing, I think.
Oh, she looked amazing. I mean, imagine we're going to be celebrating her 10th anniversary when she's 25.
Yeah, it's crazy. But after this match, there was some interesting things happen. Starting off with Mayu Iwatani talking about how she wants to nominate her next challenger for the Superfly title, and the person that she chose was Hummingbird, who was ringside and looked kind of shocked. She was like, me? You want me? Like, I lost my match earlier.
Well, I mean, Mayu Iwatani said, don't you want to go up to the next level? I noticed you when you first came in here. When I first came in here, you had a ton of potential. You're kind of still at that same level. Do you want to level up?
Yeah.
And she said, you damn right I want to level up.
Yeah, and there was a funny moment where Mayu was accidentally standing on the microphone cord when she handed the mic to Hummingbird. So when Hummingbird handed it back, she intentionally stepped on the cord and kept her foot on it. So Mayu had to lean down.
Just incredible timing. Being able to go with something that just happens by accident.
Yeah.
That tells you a lot of what she can do in the ring.
Yeah.
Because if you have that confidence there, if you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball. And she 100% has something special. She just, you can tell I always say she's got such intelligent eyes. And it's so weird to say that, but I can't really tell you what I mean by that. She looks like an old soul.
Yeah, I'm all the way here for it. I love Hummingbird. I think she's extremely talented, so I'm excited to see this match.
She intrigues me.
Yes, for sure. And then some music hit, and I think it took everyone off guard. Nobody really knew at first what was happening, but it was, in fact, Takumi Iroha who came out to the ring to face off with Mayu Iwatani and basically offered her a GHC title match, which they're going to do on January 3rd at New Year Dream. So
that's going to be awesome.
That's going to be so good. I've been waiting to see Mayu and Takumi face off one-on-one. I'm so ready for it. It's going to be mind-blowing.
That couple-day period that we're going to have.
Oh, man.
Actually, a week period that we're going to have from Dream Queendom all the way through the 4th to 5th is going to be unbelievable.
It is. And even if you account for, World's End on the 26th of December, or it's around there, the same timing. It's the end of the year and the beginning of next year is always a crazy time in wrestling. It's akin to WrestleMania week where you got 2 crazy weeks of wrestling going on.
But this is really just the best of the best. And
yes.
Just so much stuff. I mean, even with New Japan, having Saya Kamitani and Siri on that show,
man,
and the Egg Dome they've already sold out.
Right? It was 7 weeks in advance. They'd already
they're having
sold
to
everything
add
out.
more seats and stuff. And it's the most well attended Tokyo Dome event in God knows how long is how
goodness.
Wrestle
Kingdom's gonna go off the charts.
You got to think we've seen it in there with 40,000 and stuff, so it's going to be better than that.
My goodness,
and so anything that happens is going to be and feel incredible.
I know, it's going to be crazy. I'm so looking forward to Wrestle Kingdom, Dream Queendom.
You could have Rufus versus Doink, and it would be unbelievable.
Right? Yeah, and obviously both Stardom and Marigold have their shows on the January 3rd. It's a yearly tradition. So we're just completely stacked for wrestling in the last couple weeks of the year / the beginning of next year.
I think what they'll hear from the crowd reaction, and then we can go from that and have the big dome show.
Yeah. I think it's going to be unavoidable at some point.
I'm telling you, man, we got the girls are out there. Everybody needs to work together.
Yeah.
Let's fill the dome.
Yeah, agreed. In the actual semi-main event for the Twin Star Tag Team titles, Sari Yamaoka and Victoria Yuzuki took on Chiaki and Misa Matsui, and they did amazing. Victoria and Sari are a great tag team. They work extremely well together. They're super rookies, right? So they have that in common. But Chiaki and Misa Matsui are Darkness Revolution. They take every available opportunity to get the upper hand, and in this instance, it helped them win. Misa pinned Victoria Yuzuki to retain the Twin Star Tag Team titles for Darkness Revolution.
Which is just as good because these are two singles wrestlers, and I love seeing them as a tag team. I want them to have all the success and everything they do, but Sari Yamaoka and Victoria Yuzuki are the two girls that are going to lead Joshi, at least Marigold, and probably Joshi into the next 10, 15, 20 years.
Yeah, definitely.
They are fantastic.
Yeah, I agree. And you've already got Victoria Yuzuki as the white belt champion, right? And Sari Yamaoka, if you just slotted her in as the red belt champion at some point, like, it would make all the sense in the world for these two to be on top of the world.
I mean, there's so many that we can throw in there from every Fed that are within our first 3 years.
Yeah.
And just come up with the most dream roster you can ever imagine.
It's kind of crazy.
There is so much incredible young talent right now.
Yeah.
That I dare say that it's been a couple of decades since there's been such an incrop of incredible young talent.
Man, 2025 in general, like 2024, 2025 was crazy for Joshi rookies. Like, they're all so good.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine what we're going to be watching 5 years from now, like what the landscape of Joshi is going to look like with all of these incredible wrestlers at the top of their game.
And not to say there's not those people in Stardom, but Stardom does the New Japan thing, which thank God. And they stick to, you're going to know these 12 moves.
Yeah.
And you're going to know the hell out of them.
Yes.
And you're going to completely do these. You're going to, do your top rope drop kick. You're going to do your young girl spot. You're going to do, and they get so great at the fundamentals, at the timing, at the being able to take and receive.
Yeah.
That, when you add and layer on other things, they are totally ready for it because they have such confidence and they work so much that they just have this down pat. It's muscle memory.
Yeah. Like, you can already see it with someone like Yuri Hime, right? Who just came on so quick.
Yeah. You don't see them mess up because they don't mess up because they just have it already there.
Yeah, and already, like, Kikyo and Emma are looking even, like, better and better every match. It's like a different kind of style of bringing up your rookies, but it works just as well.
There's something to be said for both, right? You get these girls out there and get them against the best in the world and let them have the best match they can. They're going to learn.
Yes.
They are absolutely going to learn, but it's going to be messy along the way.
Right.
And that's what we've seen a lot of times in Marigold. Is you've seen some messiness, and theirs was out of necessity because those girls were part of their main roster.
Yeah.
From lack of people.
Yeah, and they had to do it.
Yeah, so I get it. It's two interesting ways. It's two very different ways.
Yeah, but both very cool and both producing some incredible wrestlers, right? So, in the main event, we had a singles match between Miku Ano and Chika Goto. And poor Chika, man. She comes out here. She's, like, ready. She's like, these people are going to give me the title match I deserve. That is not what happened.
Yeah.
Miku Ano making the case why it should not be a title match. The crowd not on Chika's side. Even Rossi Okawa throwing up the X, like, no title match. It's like, man, that's a bummer, right? For anyone.
It sucks so bad.
It's sad. Maybe Chika Goto doesn't necessarily deserve a title shot, but why are you so worried, Miku? You worried she's going to beat you?
Yeah, right?
I don't know.
A champion should just be like, all right, I'll take you on.
Right, right.
I don't know, man. That's so sad.
Yes, but that worthiness is very inherent in Japanese wrestling, right? Like, you have to earn your way or you're not going to get that title match that you want so bad. But they did have their singles match. Chika Goto took it on the chin. Miku Ano's a very, very hard-hitting wrestler. But Miku did win in this match, so I don't know how good the outlook looks for Chika Goto getting a title match in the near future.
No, she'll come around.
She will. She'll get there. It'll build back up, I think. Like, we'll head toward her earning her way toward that title match eventually. But right now, it's not Chika Goto's day.
Not yet.
Poor Chika. But overall, great Korakuen Hall show. Really fun. A lot of cool stories going on right now in Marigold. So we really enjoyed ourselves, and we're looking forward to, obviously, the end of the year, but also that January 3rd card that's coming up in a matter of weeks is going to be explosive, I imagine.
Absolutely. Way to go, Marigold.
So let's jump into Stardom and 2 shows that happened back-to-back in Sapporo to update on the Goddess of Stardom Tag League, which is going on right now. These were the only 2 shows they had for like an entire week, so they had a little break off after these happened. But we started on the 15th of November, kicking off in Blue Goddess. Aya Sakura and Sayaka Kurara defeated Lady C and Ami Sourei, which is a huge win, in my opinion, for these 2. Aya actually rolled up Lady C after Sayaka hit her with the spear, so they got 2 points on their own merit, not for forfeit.
Way to go, babies!
In the next match, a singles match between Nanami Hatano and Kikyo Furusawa, and this is what I loved so much about these shows, is they just took it on board that they were kind of light. Stardom was in like people being out and stuff, and they just brought in so many people to like be on both of these shows and like show up and have matches, and it was so much fun.
Yeah, it really was. It was fresh. It was like dream matches for us.
It was. So Nanami in here with Kikyo, it was a lot of fun. Nanami taking the win with a dragon sleeper. So Kikyo Furusawa taking the loss in this one. In the next match, we had Hanoka and Rina Yamashita teaming up to take on Bea Priestley and Saya Ida. And we love Hanoka. She's incredibly talented, young wrestler, young masked wrestler. I think Rina really enjoyed teaming up with her. It was a cool, like, clash of dynamics between them. They're very different wrestlers. But Saya Ida did get the win for her team in this one with the Itabashi on Hanoka, so...
Yeah, and I think that, Hanoka's on my let's sign her list.
Yes, definitely. She's up there with the, like, please, let's see more of her.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the next match, we had from Diana, Mizuki Kato and Haruka Umasaki, and they took on Ruaka and Natsuka Tora, so the tag team champions, in a match here against 2 very established wrestlers in pro wrestling, Diana. It was a really fun match. I love seeing Haruka out there, and Mizuki Kato is she's extremely talented. Like, she's one of the more athletic big girls that you see in Joshi a lot, Like, she's always out there, like, running around doing crazy stuff.
Totally agree.
It was really fun. Ruaka and Natsuka Tora did get the win in this one with their double body splash pin. Next, we moved on to more tournament action in Red Goddess. Rion and Waka Tsukiyama versus Rana Yagami and Hina. And let's hear it for Rana Yagami getting the win in this one with the beat strike on Waka Tsukiyama. God's Eye finally, I think Rana and Hina are really starting to find their stride together.
Oh, I agree.
As a tag team. Unfortunately, Rion and Waka remaining winless in the tournament so far.
They still can get one.
I think so. I think they'll get one at least by the end of it. But right now, they're still sitting pretty at the bottom of their block, unfortunately.
At least during the tournament.
In the next match, in the semi-main event of this night in Red Goddess, we had Osita and Teo Teleko versus Yuna Mizumori and Mei Seira. This might be the match of the weekend for like both shows combined. It was so good. The very high speed, the Osita and Teo Teleko style really, I think, fit perfectly with Yuna and Mei and clashed against their normal moveset because, these 2 are their heels. They're not going to let them do their normal stuff. But we went the full time limit in this match, a full 15 minutes of these 2 teams facing off, and it was glorious.
Oh my God, it was such a good match.
It was amazing.
It was just nonstop action. It was everything you would imagine it would be. And it's one of those... and our go out of your way to see matches.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely there's a couple of those this week. This is one of those. This is find a way to watch it. Go and watch it. It's well worth your time.
It is, for sure. And in the main event, in Blue Goddess, Rina and Konami took on Hanako and Megan Bayne. So Megan Bayne back over for the weekend, like directly after Blood and Guts. She's back over here to team with Hanako in the tournament. And this was a really fun match. I thought, like, Rina and Konami really tried to overcome the size difference that they have to Hanako and Megan Bayne, but it just wasn't enough. Megan Bayne actually pinned Konami in this match, so yet another pin taken by the Wonder of Stardom champion. It's getting pretty interesting in that sense.
Yeah, it is. I mean, she's basically going to have to face the whole roster at this point.
I think Ami Sourei for sure still has that claim. We did see Ami beat Saya Ida before, but Saya also pinned Konami. So there's a lot of people that could claim that they get a white belt match coming up.
Yeah, I like the booking. It's interesting.
Yeah, I would love to see Megan Bayne just fighting for any Stardom championship, honestly. Like, just keep her around.
Just
it's
keep
fine.
her.
That brings us to the 16th of November, also in Sapporo. We were a little back-to-back going on here. We started off in Red Goddess, Hina and Rani Yagami versus Mei Seira and Yuna Mizumori. Unfortunately, Hina and Rana's luck did not continue on to this night. They're facing one of the better tag teams in the tournament this year. Mei and Yuna have really turned it on and become like this driving force for the Red Block. I think they're really making a case for themselves to make it to the finals this year as a tag team that was just thrown together.
No, I totally agree. And Yuna, we've talked about this in nauseam. I mean, unbelievable the changes. With her, and just so exciting, and just that fire.
Absolutely.
They're team fire and passion.
That's
what they are. They just have so much fire and passion that you just want to root for them.
I know. They're just so good together.
I mean, I love this team.
I do too. And I really hope they do make it far. And I don't want them to stop being a team after the tournament's over.
Me either. Because it's the first time I've seen Mei happy in a long time.
I know. She seems to be having a good time.
I agree.
But this match ended with Mei and Yuna each doing a fisherman suplex on the other team, and then Mei hit Hino with the rolling star for the pin, so they got another 2 points in the tournament. The next match was another match where we brought some people in. We had the team of Yuri, Maika Ozaki, and Kaho Kobayashi versus Osita Teoteleko and Sumire Natsu.
Who would have ever thought?
I thought the internet was going to melt down, honestly.
It's so funny because the people that haven't seen Sumire and didn't know who she was, that kind of made me... It was one of my first times that I got to feel like...
like, wow, I've got one up on the
Yeah, man.
on the Joshi.
We're becoming old school now.
We're one of them now.
It's so cool because when we started watching every show, Sumire was still there.
She was still around,
So that's really cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. Seeing her team with Osita and Teoteleko, okay... The whole middle of the match where she is desperately trying to get the Bronco Buster and the other team keeps moving.
Dude, it was really good.
And Osita and Teo's like gonna throw her on. It's so funny.
It's one of the... Oh, God damn it. The comedy in this fucking match.
So good.
And when you're not expecting comedy, it was so good.
It was hilarious.
And effed up...
DLM.
have just shown this other side of themselves that is so entertaining and wonderful.
Yes.
They were already one of the best teams in the world, or their friends, FWC, were already one of the best teams in the world.
Yes.
This team, you talk about something you don't want to see stop at the end of the tournament. You're like, oh, I don't want to see Yuna and Mei stop being a team.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I don't want to stop seeing?
What?
I don't want to stop seeing our Mexican friends.
Yes. Osita and Teo. Yes. I love them so much.
It is everything good about wrestling.
I agree.
I love it. I love it. Team cultural appropriation all the way.
I was cracking up because I think it was Duke Sato. He's counting Osita off the ropes. He's doing it in English, 1, 2, 3. And she's like, uno, dos, tres. She's like, backhand. He's like, you got to count in Spanish, please.
Yes.
They're so funny. Sumire Natsu just added something spectacular to this trio of the three.
It made it so good.
Unfortunately, it was not enough for them to win the match. Sumire Natsu got caught up in Maika Ozaki's Argentine backbreaker, and she was just done at that point. She was like, nope, I'm tapping out. It's fine. I hope we get to see Sumire back a few times.
No, it was a lot of fun. It really was.
It was so enjoyable. It was great. In the next match, we had Haruka Umasaki and Mizuki Kato back versus Sayaka Kurara and Kohaku. What?
Yeah,
Crazy
Kohaku,
match.
one of the favorites of the show. Somebody who deserves to be on every show that's ever made in Joshi.
Yes.
It's like, oh, who are we going to have on this one? Oh, Kohaku's on it because she's on every Joshi show.
She's so talented. She's so good. So smooth.
It is so sad she is just not everywhere.
Yeah, I know. Like, we don't get to see her everywhere.
People don't realize what a freaking mean demon goblin
She's fantastic.
This girl is.
I want her to face May for the high speed title. That's the match that I want.
I want a best of 7.
Yes.
Of that.
Yes, like just have a little mini tournament, but it's just May Sayra versus Kohaku.
Yeah.
And the high speed titles at the end is fine.
Absolutely.
Kohaku actually got the win in this match. She did a frog splash on Mizuki Kato to win. So Sayaka and Kohaku may be a good team, you know?
Yeah, Karahaku.
In the next match, we had a Red Goddess match where Rion and Waka Tsukiyama took on Ruaka and Natsukatora. This is their chance to prove themselves against the tag team champions.
I thought they were going to win.
It would have been crazy.
It would have. They didn't.
The upset, no, they didn't win. Ruaka and Natsukatora, Ruaka did her suplex hold on Rion to win the match, so Rion and Waka still no points.
Waka went a long time without winning a match, and it was a story.
Yes, I agree.
That story's not. It's not. That's not that story anymore.
They're gonna win one before the end of the tournament. We've got 5 shows.
So you can
week.
bet on just virtually anything in the world on these prop bets now.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a prop bet on Waka. We need to make one.
That would be hilarious. Do you think Waka Tsukiyama is going to win a match in the tag team tournament?
Yeah.
Yes, we do think that. In the next match, we had Yuki Miyazaki and Rina Amakura versus Kiko Furusawa and Rina Yamashita. And before we talk about this match, we need to have a little aside here about Yuki Miyazaki and the things that have been progressing with her.
This is all you, sister.
Outside of the normal Stardom programming, okay? Like, we saw her at Starlight Kid's 10th anniversary, right? And there was like, she has a stretch called the Hazukashi Gatame, or as I've seen it colloquially, the shame stretch. And she loves to put that stretch on young, innocent Joshi wrestlers, like unsuspecting Joshi wrestlers. So she did it to Miyu Amasaki and Mei Seira at Starlight Kid's 10th anniversary. And then she somehow gets herself into this singles match situation with Sayaka Kurara at the Wave show that happened on November 16th in the same building before the Stardom show happened. Okay, so they're like, this all happened in the course of this same day. But they were doing the funniest things leading up to that match, like Taro Okada tweeting about how he has to protect the wrestlers at all costs. He'll do anything to protect the Stardom wrestlers. The little video they made where Sayaka Kurara's going up the escalator and Yuki's going down the opposite one, and she sees her and she's like trying to run back up the escalator to get to her.
It's so funny because Kurara, you can just hear her blinking. Like it's just that whole she's so innocent going up to like a cartoon, like, oh, hello. Yes. Ding, 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 ding. What? You know, and it's just.
Go back.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
It's so good. Okay, so we get to the day. It's November 16th, time for the Wave show. In this match, it's Yuki Miyazaki versus Sayaka Kurara, and Barb Sasaki is the referee. So over the course of this match, Taro Okada decides to get involved. He's like, I don't trust Barb Sasaki to do the right thing. He's a deathmatch wrestling ref. I don't trust him. I want a different ref. I want someone else out here who will protect my wrestlers and keep Sayaka Kurara safe. And who do you think his suggestion was for the replacement?
Who?
It was Taro Okada.
Yes.
So he takes his Stardom sweatsuit top off. He's wearing a referee shirt. He gets in there. He's gonna ref this match to make sure no funny business happens. And wouldn't you know it, he ends up getting put in the shame stretch.
Yes, he does.
So, you know, it was a whole crazy thing that happened. It was hilarious. Everything was fun. So during this match, Yuki Miyazaki is desperately trying to get Kikyo Furusawa in this stretch. There was even a point where Rina Yamashita like put Kikyo behind her and she was like, no, not her, take me instead. Like, props to Rina Yamashita. But Okada ended up getting put in the stretch again during this match on the outside.
I'd say Rina's been in that stretch before.
Probably. She's like a master of it. But Yuki and Rina Amakura did win this match. Rina Amakura put a senton on Kikyo Furusawa to win. And it was just the gloriousness of the whole build-up and the silliness that's been going on with Sayaka Kurara that just made this so fun.
I'll never get the essay on Big Kev out of my head.
Oh, poor Miyu Amasaki. Yeah, it was bad when they faced her.
it drummed up thoughts of the Mick show. It's just like two of the worst things that's happened, like between that and the Suzuki thing.
Oh
like,
my god! Oh, the historic crossover. No,
I think that's two highlights that will not be on the end of the year.
No,
so.
I remember after that match, May Sarah saying, "Well, I can't get married now." It's so funny. I love them so much. Oh, I love Joshi. But that match was a lot of fun. It's just continuing that silliness, and we love to see it.
Yes, we do.
In the semi-main event following that in Blue Goddess, we had Saya Ida and Bea Priestley versus Hanako and Megan Bayne. And Saya Ida, God bless her, she was in there. She went for it against Hanako and Megan.
Oh, she did. Didn't do any good, but she did.
No, but there were a few times it was like maybe she's gonna roll up Hanako and like hit the Itabashi. Maybe something's gonna happen, but no, she got caught in Hanako's Shirasagi. Unfortunately, the one where Hanako lifts you off the ground after enclosing your neck in her arms. So.
Yes.
Poor Saida had to tap and give Hanako and Megan Bayne yet another 2 points. They are still undefeated in the tournament.
Yeah, good luck with anybody.
Yeah, it's not a big shocker, is it, that they're undefeated?
No.
And in the main event of this night, Rina and Konami took on Lady C and Ami Sohrei. And this was kind of like a continuation. Ami Sohrei did pin Konami in that multi-man match on night 1. So there was a little payback that needed to be received here. And Rina and Konami actually got the win in this match. We were a little worried about them heading into this one. We're like, they desperately need a win in this one. And they got it. Rina hit Ami Sohrei with the Pink Devil and got the pin herself.
Yes.
Over Ami Sohrei. So
very cool.
It was pretty awesome. And that was our 2 nights in Sapporo. It was a lot of fun. But as far as the tournament goes, this is what we're looking at right now after those 2 shows, heading into this crazy week of Goddess of Stardom Tag League action where there are a show almost every night, okay, leading into the semifinals and finals and the tournament after the tournament, right? So, Red Goddess. We have Yuna Mizumori and Mei Seira at the top with 7 points. Natsupoi and Sariano and Ruaka and Natsukatora each have 6 points. Osita and Teo Taleko have 5 points. Miku Kanai and Sari and Hina and Rana Yagami each have 4 points. Bozilla and Akira Kuragane have 2 points. And Waka Tsukiyama and Rihan have 0 points.
Yeah.
So, Yuna and Mei really up there. They're doing good things. I think they're on track to really make an impression.
No, I agree.
In this tag league.
It's pretty amazing, actually. I mean, my favorites in there, obviously, are Yuna and Mei and Osita and Tio.
They need to get some more points.
That's my 2 favorite teams.
Yes.
I think the favorites would be Poi and Sariano and the tag champs.
Yes, those are the favorites, but our favorites are the crazy teams that just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And we were like kind of side-eyeing it before. We're like, is this going to work? Because they've never teamed before, but man.
No, Yuna and Mei and Osita and Tio are just amazing.
Just perfection. In Blue Goddess, Hanako and Megan Bayne are in the lead with 8 points. Then we have Shiri and Saki Kashima, Saida and Bea Priestley, and Konami and Rina each with 6 points. Aya Sakura and Sayaka Kurara have 4 points. Azumi and Miyu Amasaki and Ami Sohrei and Lady C each have 2 points. And Suzu Suzuki and Rina Yamashita still have 0 points because they've had to forfeit 2 matches now due to Suzu Suzuki's poor health.
So I'd say the favorites and my favorites are Hanako and Megan Bayne on this.
Yes, yes, definitely.
What do you do, right? And then my other heart favorite is the babies.
Oh, it would be so cool to see Aya and Sayaka at least make it to the tournament after the tournament. Like they make their way up to the top 3 of Blue Block, but we'll see. So Shiri and Saki kind of, I think, surprisingly coming out really strong.
Yeah, they're doing really good. And I like the Saki Kashima being, more
serious.
Yeah,
yes. Yeah. She's taking this very seriously. Props to her. So, like I said, we have a lot coming up this week. There are 5 Stardom shows for the Tag League, and there's a regular Tag League match on the 28th, right before the 29th when the tournament after the tournament starts. So it's there's no stopping toward the end of the month, toward the end of Tag League. It's going to be nonstop action. There's Marigold shows. There's they're going to upload Miki Iwata's 10th anniversary show on Wrestle Universe that happened last night. It was video on demand, unfortunately, so we haven't got to see it yet. It's not going to be up for a while, but there's just so much so much good going on right now.
So much good.
And it's so exciting. I'm excited to see where this tag league ends up and what we do for the, like, all of December leading up to Dream Queendom. There's going to be a lot of story building, as you can imagine. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we look forward to that. We hope you do. So make sure you're following us on all of our socials, at Cult of Joshi on X, on Instagram, on Facebook. Subscribe to the Cult of Joshi YouTube channel. If you're listening on YouTube, give this video a like and comment below who you think is going to win the tag league, what you thought of everything that you saw this week, and if you saw anything that you want us to know about, please tell us, because we love to hear about it. But for now, that's all we have for you. I'm Raja. He's John. So long from Cult of Joshi.
Bye!